Hola amigos, hoy vamos a ver el entrenamiento de Wesley Vissers. Los voy a dejar con él, subtitulado al inglés y al español para que puedan verlo. Así que los voy a dejar disfrutar del contenido de su entrenamiento de pecho, hombros y tríceps. Así que vamos a escucharlo atentamente. Tiene muchas cosas para decir y está más que nunca afilado para llegar al Mr. Olympia, Así que atención con Vissers, que se viene con todo. Está muy enfocado en el Mr. Olympia y según la verdad que se debe estar preocupando por este monstruo, A verlo, vamos.
This is the rebound phase, which means more food, more carbohydrates, more deliciousness, but most of all, more of a pump during the workout. So it's going to be amazing. Of course, a chest workout, we all love this, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do to keep the chest intact and even better for the Mr. Olympia, because the Dutch Oak is coming. So what I already did to create the maximum pump is take off my favorite ones, because during prep it is very difficult to stay strong on this movement. It's one of the old school classic movements, of course, the bench press. But now in this off season, it's my goal to get as strong as possible here with correct form, full stretch. But to do that, we gotta get started with it again as the first movement of this chest day. So let's warm up first and progress along in weight. The way grip width doesn't have to be super wide. It can be like, if you look at when I go all the way down, you see that my lower arm is stacked straight on my elbow, and that's the grip width you should adhere to, because if you grip it too wide, you won't get that perfect stacked joint on the wrist. So the elbow needs to be stacked below the wrist. All the way down, full stretch. And with the first movement, you always want to do proper warm-ups. So I just put plates of 10 kilos or 25 pounds every time until I feel I'm going to hit my working weight, which after a competition is always kind of a thing to feel out, because I do have a log of what I did before prep, but it's always going to be a little different after the competition with the rebound. So let's get as strong as possible on this one. And we keep moving around in between sets, because walking is the least fatiguing way to keep burning calories and to keep the fat, the body fat percentage down as much as possible, because we want to extend this off season as much as we can. And I still have exactly, let's check to be sure, 204 days left until the Classic Physique prejudging at the Olympia. I always have this timer on my phone, 204 days. It's always motivating me to see how much time is left. So, depending on how fast my body weight increases, that also gives me like a signal, okay, now you have so many days left and this is your body weight. You will need to drop this much per week in order to get to your weight limit again. So then I know exactly when to start prep. So that's why you don't want to go up too quickly, because then you have to also quickly start prep again, which is not what I want. Just get out of it. So yeah, it's all about kind of a scientific approach as well. So, but things are going great, and it's really my goal to build as much muscle as I can during this period, especially in the lower body parts, the weaker body parts. But in my opinion, a classic bodybuilder should also have incredible upper body, very strong arms, good chest, good shoulders, good V-taper. So I will keep focusing on that, but keeping in mind the lower body needs to grow just a bit faster than the upper body. Last set, let's go. Man, as you can see, that was a high rep volume set, a lot more reps than the previous one. which proves that the backup set is really useful for really finishing off that chest. But now it's time for the next movement. It's time for the chest press, which is a horizontal press or a flat press. So this is for the complete chest, and we just did an incline version for the upper chest. But we're just going to do one set to get used to the movement, and from there move straight to the working set. All right. And now the nice thing is we have a logbook to tell us how much we did the last time, and that's simply how much I'm going to put on there right now. So that's 130 kilos on each side. That's very nice, because that was 2 reps more than before the competitions. So progress is being made already. So I promise you the best pump ever. So let's see if that's really the case. I think we got it pretty close. So the pump is there. As you can see, the conditioning also. And my weight went up, I think, like 10 pounds since the competition. But it's all going intramuscular, inside the muscle. So I'm very happy with the progress already. And the nice thing is, there was no need to cut down the body weight in the near future at all. So this is just the beginning of the progress that will be made. So let's bring something truly special to the Olympia. Do some more reps here on the isolation movement, which is good. I did 20 reps, which is a couple of reps more than last time. So let's increase the weight to stick around that 15 rep range here. It's an isolation movement, so as I said, you can go up in reps a little bit, but you don't want to go too high in reps. So around 15 for this is perfect for me.
Room do you still have until you reach your weight limit?
Yeah, so that's a question a lot of people ask, because I'm also surprised that I'm able to bring this full big look to the stage without going over the limit. And the funny thing is, I've been pretty much weighing roughly the same for a couple of years, despite my look changing a lot. So to make a long story short, at the Arnold Classic Ohio, we weighed in at 10 a.m., which is about the same time that the Olympia weigh-ins are. So in the morning, I had one meal, I had my joggers on and a t-shirt, and I still had 3 pounds to go before reaching the weight limit, which means 3 pounds, let's just say 5 pounds of room that I have left to grow if I come in the same conditioning. But I can still come in like a pound lighter, losing a bit more fat. And which means there's still super much to do, to grow, to improve upon before I reach the weight limit, which makes me very, very happy. And my weight increase when the limit went up was only 2 pounds. So even that doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it does allow me to, for example, eat one more meal compared to being fasted at the weigh-in moment. But yeah, I'm allowed to weigh 249 pounds, and it's going to be very exciting to get to that very limit, filling out the physique in the right places with the ultimate conditioning. The Olympia will be insane. Oh. 16 reps, so right around the rep range I want to be. We're going to do this weight one more time before moving on to the triceps. Oh, yo. Oh. Okay, that's the chest totally finished off. Even the two partials, which is an intensifying technique, which I'm going to use more and more as I get more recovered from the competition. But that will add some stimulus without too much fatigue on an isolation movement. But for now, it is time to blast the triceps. So we're using this very nice gym pin attachment. As you can see, it allows you to make the grip as wide or as narrow as you want, because this is going to be a tricep push down, and depending on how wide your shoulders are, you can change this grip width to whatever width you want, and that makes it anatomically better for this movement. So let's just see with a lightweight first. As you can see, my shoulders are a bit wider than this grip, so I'm going to make it a bit wider. But when you stack the wrist, the elbow and the shoulder joints in one line, you will effectively eliminate joint issues and joint pain. So that is what you want, because if the grip is too narrow, you can see the gravity or the tension goes straight down, but your elbow go to the side, so you get like a shearing torque on your elbow, which over time will cause irritation in the joint and the tendon. So you want the grip to be as wide as the joints want to naturally go. So let's warm up with one set, and from there move on to nice heavy weights. Go all the way up, stretch the tricep. You really want the bicep to hit the forearm, and squeeze all the way down. All right. Now let's check the logbook to see how heavy I went, and let's go. Oh, that's the triceps done, and now we can pretty much move straight to the side delts, because never forget the side delts, guys. So let's log this one, which was 16 reps, then move straight to the side delt exercise to see how much I did. We're going to use the old school dumbbells, and we're going to go to 20 kilos. In my opinion, with the side delts, you should always stick to higher reps, because it's a small muscle group, and you want to fill small muscle groups up with as much blood as possible. And of course, the Crank Pump Pro and the Crank both really help filling in that muscle, and the more blood you can get in there, the more the cell swells, the more the signal from your brain is telling the cell, okay, let's grow, and the more nutrients come in as well. So it's just a win-win situation for some pumpkin delts. Okay. Man, that was the workout. Never forget those delts, guys. I don't have a separate shoulder day, so that's why I do the side delts after chest and the rear delts during my back workouts to keep those nice and full. So we just literally broke down the muscle in the gym. Right now, I actually physically am a bit smaller than before the workout, but now it is time to replenish the muscle glycogen and also repair the muscle damage with high quality carbohydrates and a high quality protein source with the post-workout victory meal. Let's go. Alrighty, look at this, guys. A lot of people ask me, how do you create such a perfect rice flour base? Well, this is a combination of rice flour and cream of rice from America. Yes, at the Ohio, I kind of cheated the competition by literally purchasing every box of cream of rice at the store. So sorry about that, but to you guys living in the USA, you have it easy because you always have access to that. So I took it all with me home. So I have like 20 boxes of cream of rice at home. So it's kind of a, throwback to the USA when I'm eating cream of rice. But there's also some flavor powder in here for delicious white chocolate flavor. But the color actually comes from Ceylon cinnamon. It's not the cassia cinnamon, which you can find in the supermarket.